Diablo 4 has a massive history and lore behind it, but there are some secrets and Easter eggs that you may have missed.
Me? Oh, I'm just an old scoundrel.
Heroes, in this video we go over 10 secrets and Easter eggs you may have missed in Diablo 4, and some are gonna surprise you, especially our number 1. Number 10. Return of Mashif. In Diablo 4's Act 3, your character along with Lorath are on the search for someone to help them across the sandstorm and reach Elias. They manage to find a man by the name of Mashif, who helps them across and at times references Deckard Cain. Not many people know this, but this isn't the first time Mashif finds his way to help the players. Mashif's first appearance was in Diablo 2, and is the one who bridges the game's Act 2 and 3 by bringing the player from Lut Gholen to Kurast. Number 9. Class Selection. Anyone who was first introduced to Diablo on the 4th game may not know this, but to those veterans the campfire scene when selecting characters was actually referenced from Diablo 2. And being as Diablo 4 took the dark and gruesome themes from Diablo 2, it's no surprise that it would keep to its similar style and utilize the existing layout, giving us that nostalgic feeling once again. Number 8. Abandoned Town. In Diablo 3 during Act 2 there is a location called the Hidden Camp, and in Diablo 4 you can find the camp once again, however this time laid in ruins. Remember that this game is 50 years after the events of Diablo 3 and its DLC, so I'm not surprised that you will find a camp this way, but it's available for everyone to find on the current map. Number 7. Crumpled Vault. I'm not surprised that in Diablo 4 there are Diablo 3 references all over the place, and another location is the Crumpled Vault, which was located in the Stinging Winds map during Act 2. Back then there was a simple offshoot off the map that put you into the underground lair. In Diablo 4 it's been renamed the Collapsed Vault, and is now a dungeon you can run, but in both games the location is placed in the same area, and that's near the road that leads to Alcarnus. Number 6. Alcarnus and Magda. Another reference from Diablo 3 is Alcarnus and Magda's lair. In Diablo 3, Magda was the main antagonist in Act 2, and you fought her in the lair of the witch. In Diablo 4, Alcarnus is a stronghold you need to conquer, and when competing against the stronghold boss, you do so in the exact same room referred to as the lair of the witch. So it's interesting to revisit a location that was so heavily focused on in Act 2 of Diablo 3, but now in Diablo 4. Number 5. Linden, the Scoundrel. Linden is an NPC in Diablo 4 that provides you with a quest in Backwater. However, this isn't the first time this character makes an appearance in the Diablo franchise. As a matter of fact, many would know him as a scoundrel mercenary you can have alongside your character in Diablo 3, and even has a part in the Diablo 3 DLC, Reapers of Souls. His character is always a sarcastic and confident type, but after the death of his brother, he partook in the Drunken Bender and unfortunately hasn't really come back from that. But it's interesting to see him remaining in the world of Sanctuary 50 years later. Number 4. The Butcher. To many of us Diablo fans, we know the Butcher to be a well-established character in the franchise, but for many they may not know where he's from or what he has to do with Diablo. The Butcher originated from the original Diablo game. It was considered one of the early stage bosses in the game. He came late into the development. The designers of the level created a very bloody room, and then decided to change it to a butcher shop and then developed the Butcher.
Fresh meat.
Since then, the iconic difficult boss has been well known to Diablo, and other than having a small limited introduction in Diablo 3, we haven't seen much of him until now. The Butcher is a random spawned enemy that will spawn in Nightmare Dungeons. Defeating him provides you some higher tier goodies, and the higher the world tier, the more difficult he gets. This is why many fans of Diablo were super excited to see the Butcher have an active role in Diablo 4, and still manages to kill many along the way. Number 3. The Sacrificial Chamber. One small hidden secret in Diablo 4 calls back to its cinematic cutscene that first announced Diablo 4 to the world, and that is when Elias called upon Lilith herself. You can actually reach this sacrificial chamber by taking on a mission in Zarbinzet called To Walk a Dark Path. From there you'll take on smaller sub-missions until you reach the cathedral, and work your way down to where the bridge, entrance, and chamber that we saw in the cutscenes are. And even there, you will see the body of Simon, the priest who accompanied him. Really cool being able to visit such an iconic chamber that kicked off the hype for Diablo 4. Before we get to the final two, if you like the video so far, please consider leaving a like and a comment on the video. Plus also a sub to the channel helps a long way. If you want to see any other types of videos, please let me know in the comments. Number 2, The Way of 3. The Way of 3 side quest is an easily missable side quest in Diablo 4. To unlock this specific quest, you need to teleport to an unknown altar which is located to the right of the Imperial Library waypoint. Find 3 statues within Kazakhstan of the Prime Evils and perform the cheer remote in front of them to light up 3 empty altar points for the Gates of Hell. Once you find these statues, you can open up the portal at the Gates of Hell where you will speak to a spirit of a priest and destroy a pillar to end this side mission. It's a very simple mission to miss, and there's an achievement once you finish it. Number 1. Hellraiser reference. And what surprised me the most, the side mission called Unyielding Flesh, where you help find a missing husband only to locate him skinless and chained, being tortured and yet wanting more. This is an Easter egg to the Hellraiser movies. At the end of Hellraiser 1, the main character is impaled by chains and torn apart while explaining how pleasurable the pain is. This is similar to how the husband Fedor, in this instance, is being pleasured by the pain. Not to mention that in the beginning of Hellraiser, the main character is also skinless. So this was a very cool and interesting Easter egg to find in Diablo 4. Those are 10 secrets of Diablo 4, from character, missions, and Easter eggs. So what are you surprised about, and did you know all of these? Let me know in the comments below. Please consider leaving a like to the video and a sub to the channel to help get it to more eyes. And remember to follow us at twitch.tv/HealPleaseHeal, where we stream every Friday and Sunday. Thank you for watching, and remember to heal, please heal.